And there might be some friction with who he can associate with and who he can't.
Oh, let me tell you, that's top of the list. Top of the list.
I can't say poke, but he can say friction.
He has to prove himself for sure. I would say this about Tiger Woods. I hate to use the adjective stupid, but I can't think of anything else. But he had to know that eventually this will all come out, because the girls that he chose, they're the kind of girls that will keep a text message, that will keep a voicemail, because this is their way to become famous or to get money. It's like you had to know that eventually that voicemail will come out, because if I was one of those girls, my goal is to tell you that I slept with Tiger Woods last night. Those are the girls that he selected,
but I think Corey could answer this. At some point, do you think maybe he just wanted to get caught because it got out of hand? Maybe he'd start with one woman. He's like, you know what? I already cheated on her once. Emotionally, I can get over it.
Did you hear the voicemail? Change, please. This is Tiger. He didn't want to get caught.
But I think his juggling act got to the point where he just couldn't juggle it anymore. So at some point you wonder, did he kind of want to get caught, relieve himself of this
Looking
problem?
at these pictures, there's another word we don't want to use, juggle.
Well, there are a couple of things. He's always been successful in everything he does, and he's in a different phase of his life now. He's married, he has children, he lost his dad, not too long ago. He's done everything pretty much he wanted to do at the top of his game. He's still young. He's still going to, like you said, he's going to dominate this game. So he might have feelings that are vacillating. Does he do this? Doesn't he do this? I've never done this before. But
he never got to date around. When you think about it, it's like you never saw him dating.
Well, we don't know. We don't know
Maybe
that.
he's now trying to get it in and out of
No. Apparently he
He should have got married.
You are just pushing it, aren't you?
Tiger had a very healthy life at Stanford, from what people say. And even after Stanford, Tiger's paid off a lot of people who were kind of in the know with what happened. There's a story about him in Orlando being caught on some isolated road in a car with a woman, and money was thrown around here and there to keep it hush-hush. If they've done that before, I'm sure they've done it a bunch of times. It was really about the image. And I think the media is responsible, too, because this goes back to the days of, like, Babe Ruth, when Babe Ruth was doing stuff on the side. Right. Yet the media members didn't write about it. They didn't care. They were more friends with them than anything. And I think with Tiger, people want to be in that entourage. People want to be close to Tiger because he's a guarded guy. If you're a media member, you're close to Tiger, you're going to get a lot of scoops. And I think they knew something, just didn't want to ask questions, didn't want to report it.
All right, well, they are going to be reporting it now. Now his every move will be even more scrutinized than it was before. What does that do to his game? Does it elevate it, or does it distract him to the point that he can't return to form?
No, I think he'll be even better, because I think, as I said earlier, the concentration that he can now put toward golf is more than he ever had. I mean, you got to think about it. If he's juggling all these relationships while trying to play golf, is he fully concentrating on what his task is at hand? Or is he worried about, when I get home, oh boy, I left my phone at home, I hope Elin doesn't go through it. Now it's literally, hey, I got to win this. Because he knows the more he wins, the less people are going to care about what he does on the side, and the quicker this will be behind him. And the way to do that is to go out there, win the Masters, and win them all, actually.
And I think he's going to dominate, too, because he's going to be judged by his actions, and elite athletes want to be in control, and especially clutch sports like golf, which he's dominated. So if he's going to be judged by his actions, he's going to go out there and he's going to dominate the golf scene, because that's what he's going to be judged with. That's how he gets his sponsors back. That's how, like we said before, people forget about it. Just like Kobe Bryant, we talk about the one championship last year.
The sponsors will return. Let's go back to our Facebook friends and find out what they have to say about Tiger's return. We invite you at any time to find us on Facebook and send us your comments, or as I said, you can email me at the address at the bottom of your screen. Judy writes to me and says, it's a distraction from women, his return, and that ensures that the Masters will be the most watched tournament in golf history. Michelle says, my bet, he'll make more than ever before. He'll become more of a player in public life, and his public life will be a non-issue in 6 months. And she thinks he's going to become a part-time dad. And then we have others who have said they don't really care what he does behind closed doors. As long as he shows up on the golf course and does a great job, overwhelmingly they will support him. The other golfers Dan pointed out before are applauding his return. As Jack Nicklaus said, it's good for the game. But there have been one or two who have been very vocal in their criticism of him. I'm wondering what it's going to be like when they meet up.
Yeah, but that's because Jasper Parnevik introduced Elin Nordgren to Tiger Woods. So they're heavily invested in that relationship. And I think Jasper feels kind of stabbed in the back by Tiger because of this. But the other golfers, I think, unanimously have been pretty much in favor of Tiger. Because as I said, he has made so much money for these guys. Before Tiger Woods, the purses that these guys were playing for were a half or a third of what they are now, because the sponsorship deals that he brings to a golf tournament are triple, quadruple what they ever used to get.
And if you beat him in a tournament that he's in,
Yeah.
I mean, your stock goes up tremendously. If you win a tournament he's not in it, well, what if Tiger played in the tournament?
And nobody's watching, nobody cares.
Yeah, they want to be competitors. That's what they do.
Okay, so there are a couple of different issues here that we've talked about. One is his return to the game and what it will do for the golf itself. Everyone seems to be in agreement
Right,
that
yes.
that's a good thing. He's probably most likely going to get his sponsors back. That's a good thing for him. The one thing I want people to leave this show with, Kendra, is the message that women need to take control of these situations and not be the kind that go after these
Oh
kinds
my-
of guys
It's-
and become opportunists.
It is so sad that we don't have that sisterhood respect anymore. We should be outraged when a man who is married tries to talk to us. But instead, we seriously should. We should say,
Well, you
"I
can
don't-
talk. You don't have to go home with them.
Okay, let me further explain why I said the word
If that's
talk.
the case, I
Okay.
can't speak to Corey.
I didn't mean talk in that way, guys.
I got
meant
it.
Talk in the way
30
of-
seconds.
In a more friendly way. We should start saying, you know what, out of respect for your wife, I don't want to go there with you, instead of always trying to get the money and get the man. It's not
All
right.
And I have to tell you, I know all the women who are watching saying, if Elin can't hold on to her man, the rest of us
what's
are
to
in
say
big
for
trouble.
We're talking with that golf club.
Yeah, that's another show. All right, Corey and Ruth, great to have you guys
Thanks
back
so
with
much.
us.
Thank you so
Kendra
much.
and Dan will hear you on the radio. And for you guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you the next time.